Hey guys, it's Bushcraft Family back again with another video. And in this video, give you some steps on how to not be a easy target during a shift event, natural disaster, emergency, or anything like that. Or just from whatever. Because a lot of these tips are good for any situation. Now, our first one is, you would think common sense, but sometimes people forget. They think when they're on social media like Facebook or something, it's just to your family members. But it's not really. Even some family members has friends that may see your posts and whatnot. So it could be a problem when you're posting on Facebook that you just bought 10 cases of water or a few cases of corn or you have survival food or whatever the case may be. You have lockers full of this and that. Well, there's people that might take a mental note of this and say, hey, that person has a lot of stuff. They have a lot of survival stuff and whatnot. So keep yourself off of social media, even YouTube. I've seen a lot of people post. They'll go into their pantries and show all their food and stuff. And there are some people that say YouTubers that don't show this are not preppers and whatnot like that. The thing is, you may have all these weapons to protect yourself and whatnot, but once you draw attention to yourself, it's very hard to de-escalate that. So always keep to a minimum. Now, the next one is your trash. Not policing your trash. That means, like, you'll see people that get these big screen TVs and they'll put the boxes out there. And normal times, like you go through the city, and during Christmas time, that's one of the times when the bad element will go through the alleyways and they'll see houses that get these new TVs, new computers, all this fancy stuff, and they put their boxes out there. Every time I get on here, you have to come up and start squawking. Cat again. And it doesn't take hardly any time at all to cut the boxes down. It's more efficient anyway. It's for the trash guy in the first place. If you cut the boxes down, turn them inside out, to where you don't know what the person got, and you can always put everything in one box. That way you don't put a target on yourself by saying, "Oh, I just got this new generator, a big old generator box," and that's advertising that, hey, I'm a prepper. I have this type of stuff, and you don't want that attention. And the whole point of this is not to show attention to yourself. And the next one, this one's more important than probably most of these, because this happens when people are going to stores and going to pay bills and whatnot. your lack of awareness, situational awareness, if you would. Most days, everybody's glued to that little screen, and their eyes are down at this thing and not seeing anything that's going around. Talking on the phone, or nowadays screaming on the phone. They're holding it like this and screaming so everybody hears our conversation. Oh, we won't be home Tuesday. Yeah, we're going to overdo this, and advertising to everybody. You want to be you want to make sure you know what's going around in your surroundings. Also, I know it's weird, but some people have routines where they go and do this every day, and they go and get coffee at this one place every day. It's best to mix things up sometimes. That way, it's not you're showing a pattern of what you're doing and things like that. And another one, looking like a victim. If your neighbors see you as a person who walks around with some sense of purpose, you're held head up high, you're always paying attention to things going on and stuff like that, it's less likely that you're going to be that target. And again, your face is in that phone. You got earbuds on, or whatever they call them, earports or whatever those things are. If you look like you're physically fit, or that you can go out and do stuff, and then it's less likely you're going to be a target. I don't know what's in your states or anything. If you are able to carry things, you know what I mean? Another one is, believe it or not, looking like a prepper. You know how these preppers are. And this is me. I don't feel myself as a prepper. I feel myself more as a survivalist. Because a prepper is just mainly one job, I guess. And I feel that you should have multiple jobs when it comes to survival. Anyways, looking like a prepper. You know, preppers, they have all this gear and stuff for surviving or bugging out and stuff like that. You have EDCs, which is everyday carry. You have get home bags and things like that. And if you have all this fancy gear, these real expensive backpacks and things like that for your bug out bags, and you have these fancy EDC kits and that you carry around, you're actually creating yourself as a target, because you see all these expensive items that this person is carrying, and you wonder, oh, they have a lot of stuff at their home. And then you just made yourself a target. And the thing is, your neighbors and people in the neighborhood and people that you see quite a bit every day, they will remember this stuff when times are bad and whatnot. Hey, this guy, he had all this stuff. He's always wearing this thing and like that. It's always good. Not so much the bug out bags, but the EDCs and the get home bags. Disguise them, make it school backpacks or something like that. You don't have to have some real expensive bag just to get home and things like that. Have something that's more practical, a gym bag, things like that, kind of disguise who you are to who you display yourself to. And another one, like I said, this one before, is displaying your preps. I've seen it before. YouTubers, they'll go down their basement and they'll show all their preps and whatnot. Because it's not hard to find where people live nowadays. They do it all the time. So displaying what you have is like turning a light on in a shopping mall when there has been no power for years. Like, ooh, hello, advertising here. So you want to keep it at a minimum, even if you're not on YouTube or anything. Like when I go shopping, if I have cases of stuff that I've picked up wherever, I'll actually leave them in the vehicle until 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I'll go out and unload very quietly, so nobody sees and hears me, and nobody's the wiser. Our next one here is not talking to your family about security. It should always be something everybody knows in the family. And this has nothing to do with if it's a shift coming up or anything like that. It could be something like if there's a fire, what do we do? Or if there's a national disaster, we have to leave the city, what do we do? Have set plans where you go, where the bug out area is. Run drills, turn off the power, make sure everybody can survive walking around in the dark and whatnot. Run bug out drills, walking out of the city very quietly so nobody sees you and things like that. I know it sounds weird and everything, but it's an important thing that everybody should be doing, of being prepared for this stuff and how to protect your house and things like that. Make sure that everybody knows how they can access security cameras and things like that in your house. There you go, guys. That's my list for not being a target. And this target for shift, looters, just everyday criminals. Until next time, God bless.